What? If only we had another character that fits in the Bad Batch. And welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is going to be a new series of videos called Prolific Predictions. So this is going to be a series of videos on different predictions that we'll be making about what upcoming content is coming out for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Specifically today, we're going to be looking at 3 potential characters, or units, perhaps, should I say, that are going to be coming out to SWGOH here in the near future. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with our first one, as you guys can see, which is Crosshair. Let's get into it. All right, so one of the big reasons that I think Crosshair is coming to the game is because of these 3 Bad Batch characters. So for those of you that don't know, Omega was teased as the login character back in September. I'll come back to her in a second. The other 2 characters, Wrecker and Hunter, are the current login rewards for November. One of them being the November calendar, the other one being the bonus calendar. The reason I think Omega is so important in conjunction with Wrecker and Hunter is because, for those of you that don't know, the Bad Batch was originally, the series, I should say, the Bad Batch, originally Season 2 was tentatively scheduled to be released in November. Now, that ended up getting pushed back a little bit, and now it is scheduled officially for January. What I think happened, though, is that CG had planned on releasing Crosshair with the premiere of, you got it, Bad Batch Season 2. Now, the problem is that they pushed this back in the middle of CG starting this cadence. So they put Omega out as a teaser, which they've done before, by the way, folks, for other characters. They put out a teaser, then they have another character come out for the next month, just to kind of throw you off a little bit, and then they revisit that faction when the actual character drops or the announcement is made. In this case, I think Omega was originally a teaser in September for the eventual drop and or announcement of Crosshair in November. But I think what happened is this pushback happened, and CG said, you know what, we're already on this track. We might as well follow with it. And instead, what they're going to do is, instead of announcing it and releasing it shortly thereafter, they're going to have to announce Crosshair this month in November, possibly the very end of November. And then they will release the character in January when the actual season drops. It makes a ton of sense. My question is Crosshair going to be a Bad Batch character? An Empire character? What do you guys think? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I'm thinking it's going to be a legendary of some kind, but I'm not sure what. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our second one. All right, next up we have Sana Starros. So Sana Starros, for those of you who don't know, is tied directly to Dr. Aphra. We do know that Dr. Aphra is coming out. The question just becomes, do we think that Dr. Aphra is going to have 3 new character requirements, or 2 new character requirements and nothing else, or 2 new character requirements and kind of a, bonus character that works with her in some regard? I'm personally leaning more towards her having a character that works with her. I think that 000 and BT1 are going to be the requirements. I think Dr. Aphra will come out, and then they'll release a marquee that will benefit her. It's going to be a lot, in my opinion, kind of along the veins of CLS. So CLS is a great legendary character, but he has a lot of marquee characters that really bump his squad up to the next level. And I think that's what we're going to see here. I think that they're trying to set this up to be a team that works with Vader in particular. Vader is kind of out in the middle of nowhere at this point. Palpatine, Mara Jade are working under Starkiller in an ideal lineup. And now what we have is Vader and Thrawn, to some degree, kind of left out in the cold. Now, Thrawn is a very good plug-and-play character. Vader, not as much. He's good at soloing certain teams, but he doesn't really have a team to fit with. So I think that what we could see here is Vader, 000, BT1, Dr. Aphra, and then we have that 5th slot. Do we plug in Sana Starros? Do we plug in Thrawn? Not certain. Now, the reason I have Hondo Inaka here, folks, is because, you know, like I said, if there is a third character required for Dr. Aphra, which is very possible, do you think it's going to be Hondo Inaka, which is really the most recent release character that you would have to farm up? That doesn't make sense to me. That's one of the big reasons I think that Sana Staros is coming out. Again, CG may not require 3. It's possible they'll only require 2. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. All right, our last one. This is the one that I am the most confident is coming out. It's just a matter of when. And that is Red 5. Folks, they have been hinting at this for so long. August Burns Red, the letters red in the Datacron disc set. Like it's just a ridiculous amount of hints and clues that Red 5 is coming out. The question is when and in what capacity. So do you guys think that Red 5 is going to be a legendary ship similar to the Millennium Falcon, Han's Millennium Falcon? Do you think that we might see our first Galactic Legend ship? I know that we have kind of a Galactic Legend fleet leader, you know, in Executor and Profundity at this point, but we don't have a Galactic Legend ship. And I think if there ever was a ship that could warrant Galactic Legend level, it is probably Red 5. I would argue that Han's Millennium Falcon is probably more warranted of that, but, you know, they can't go back and change history. Or maybe it's just going to be a legendary. Not sure. In either case, it's obviously going to be a very, very powerful ship, and it's going to be probably a meta-defining ship within a certain fleet. But my question to you guys is, who's going to be the pilot? Is it going to be Farm Boy Luke? Is it going to be CLS? Jedi Knight Luke? You know, who are we thinking here? Also, what is it going to work with the best? Do you guys think it's going to work with Wedge and Biggs? Do you think it's going to work with the Millennium Falcon? I'm curious as to what you guys think. I am leaning more towards it working very, very well with Wedge and Biggs and having kind of a trio of X-Wings under Akbar, and then Millennium Falcon staying with Profundity and working really well with Profundity under some other Rogue One-esque ships and other General Rebels. Like I said, folks, let me know in the comments below what you guys are thinking. If you guys liked what you saw today, actually, back that up. We're going to edit that. Oh, God, so much editing. All right, that'll wrap us up here for today, folks. Like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think about these predictions that I have made here, and what exactly variations you think we're going to see of each of those 3 different characters. If you liked what you saw today, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you would like to catch more content that I'm coming out with for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, feel free to subscribe and turn on notifications. Last but not least, if you guys want to join us in the general discussion and or live for GAC matches, check out the links to Discord and Twitch down below. All right, folks. Catch you next time.